Why I think it's very important for us to analyze our thoughts and analyze why we are the way we are. Analyze what are some not so good things about your personality and or lifestyle, and what are some good things, and how did you get there, Because a lot of times if we feel a starving hunger for validation, we feel like we're watching the world from the outside in, or that we are disinteresting and that people won't find us funny, or we won't have any value to us. But this couldn't be further from the truth, because although we are all valuable, I believe we are all valuable. We are that way because we are different. There would be no value in something that is a clone of everything else. It's funny though, because we have this mindset where it's backwards, that your value comes from being like everybody else, from fitting in, when it doesn't. Seeking validation is basically you telling yourself that someone else's opinion about you or whatever it is more important than your own. And they don't live your life. You do. They're not in your shoes, and you guys are different. You are not the same. And that's a good thing. Striving for validation not only destroys what's unique about you, it can also make you make decisions that you don't want to make, that makes you do things that you don't want to do. If you want to be validated by your parents, so you go to a college you don't want to go to, or you apply for a job that you couldn't even imagine yourself doing, you're doing something that you hate. Or maybe your friends want to dress more like them, so you change your style just for validation, but now you spent money and time looking and buying clothes that you don't even like. A scary part of this is sometimes it could creep up on us when we don't know it. Sometimes we don't know that we're chasing after something just to be validated. And this is so dangerous, and this is another reason why I think it's so important to sit down and analyze things. Not to overthink, but to just sit and analyze, to try and understand why you're doing something, why you are the way you are, what direction you're going in, what direction did you just come from. And if you want to find a life that you are proud of and you feel that is worth living, you need to start living a life that is true to you, that you want, that you will be proud of, and you will wake up and be excited to tackle the day, that to chase those goals that you are willing to chase even when all your strength is spent, when you have no motivation. Those days when you don't even feel like getting out of bed, but you do because you know what dream you're working towards. And that is what's important. And that is what will give you substance in your life. Chasing things that you don't really want, chasing things that is just going to be a drag for the rest of your life, is insane, because a lot of us have the option to work towards a life that we want. It's so amazing that we don't have to be like everybody else, but a lot of us feel like it's a bad thing to be different. Luckily, that's not the case, is we get to cultivate and make a life that we want. And that's just amazing, because the most interesting places in the world is the most diverse places in the world, where we got different cultures and foods and traditions. That is what makes life interesting. That is what gives each thing its value. So if you're chasing validation today, I would encourage you to sit there and try and understand why. Start with that and start appreciating yourself for who you are, and not looking at other people and envying them and thirsting for their attention and their validation, because you can be the sweetest peach on the tree and still not be picked. So if you take one thing from this video today, I want you to be encouraged that you are valuable for your uniqueness, not somebody else's. To not try and change yourself to be like someone else or to be valued, because you are already valuable. To appreciate what other people have to offer, but to stay on your track. If this video resonated with you, please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And until next time, stop chasing validation.